Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So, yesterday we finished about the smiling. So, smile producing consciousness, we already studied. So, today we go to another one. I will share a screen. That is Rūpapariccheda. Can you see clearly?
Yes, Sayadaw.
It's okay. So, next one. So, as I explained you before, so there are 4 causes that produce Rupa materiality. Number 1 is a karma, action, volitional action. Number 2 is a citta, consciousness. So these 2 we already discussed previous days. So today we will study about the Hutu, the how temperature produce materiality. Okay, from starting from which time and so on. So it is paragraph number, here you see 35. Okay, Sito Notu Samanyata. Tejo Dhatu Titepadawa. Udu Samodhana Rupa. Ajadanja Baheda Yadharaham Samodha Peti. So they are mentioned, so Tejo Dhatu. Tejo Dhatu. So among the Rupa, so Tejo Dhatu is here referred to the Udu temperature. So Tejo, when you see the word Tejo, you may think Tejo is a fire. But actually, here Teja referred to Sito Notu, Sita Ona Udu. Okay, Sita Udu, Ona Udu. It means Sita is a coolness, Ona is hotness, or cool and heat. Okay, heat and cold, they are Tejo Dhatu Rupa. So that is Udu temperature. What we have at the temperature is only 2, whether heat or cold, only the 2. So when you use a thermometer, so to get to know our fever, so below the 90, okay, that is what, if it is maybe lower than the 90, maybe 50 or something like that, it become a cold. So if it is higher than that, it become we regard as a heat. So similarly, here also Udu is one thing, but its nature has a 2 kinds. One is a coolness, another is a hotness, heat, heat and cold. They are called Udu temperature. That temperature produces a Rupa. Okay, that Rupa is Udu Samodhana Rupa, Udu born matters. So Udu born matters are produced by the temperature. That is Tejo Dhatu. So when it produces Tite Badowa, at the moment of a Titi, that is existing moment. As we have discussed before, the lifespan of a Rupa is 17 moment. Okay, so it is comparatively, its lifespan is comparatively longer than the mentality. Mentality is the lifespan of a mentality is so fast, so quick, just arise, exist, and dissolve. But the lifespan of the materiality is very long. So 17 moment of how to say mind or consciousness. So that's why at the arising moment, naturally, materialities are not so strong to produce another rupa. So that's why at the arising moment and also at the ceasing moment, they cannot produce any other thing. But between this, there are 15 moments. Okay, so that 15 moment is called existing moment. In that existing moment, rupas are very strong. So that's why at that moment, they can produce another rupa. Okay, Tejo Dhatu, as you see, it is even though we call Udu, it is a temperature, but it belong to what? Belong to Rupa. Okay, Rupa to Rupa, we can also say. Rupa also can produce a Rupa. So here is a one Rupa, Tejo Dhatu, fire element. So at the rising moment, not at the rising moment, but at the existing moment. Okay, at their existing moment, they are strong. So where they produce, Ajadanja Bahidaja, internally, externally, both internally and externally. So internal here means related to ourselves, within our body. Externally means outside our body. So maybe it may be related. Ajada, we can simply say related to inmate beings, living beings. Bahida means outside. It means now it is like a tree or plant or the earth
Sorry, Sayadaw.
and so on. That is,
Sorry,
yeah.
Sayadaw. What do you say the Bahida is? What is?
Bahida means external. External in inanimate things. So it is not the human beings and also not living beings, but it is what external things, okay, like trees and plants and the earth, the planet, the sky, and so on. So that is, we can simply go Bahida. So Ajada means within the living beings. Bahida means outside the living being. Or we can say Ajada means another way we can say Ajada means beings. Bahida means things. So in both cases, so internally and externally, this temperature produce another rupa. Okay. Suppose you may see externally rainy season. So now in Myanmar we have a rainy season. In the rainy season, temperature is cooler, and also they have more moisture. The water also there, raindrops are there. So that produce the plants. Okay, the plant they start to grow there. So in that way, what they joda to temperature is a kind of a cause for the another udubon matters to arise. So as you see, even though you have a seed, okay, you have a seed, you have the earth, but you have the ground. But if you don't have a moisture or any proper temperature, they cannot grow. Okay, the plant cannot grow. From the seed, the sprout cannot appear. So it is obvious the outside the living being, that is in the things, also udu temperature produce rupa. Okay, materiality. So ajada means related to the living beings within ourselves. Yataraha means according to the condition. Samodha Vedi, it produce. Okay, so So another the point here I have to explain regarding the regarding that point is here angry my okay. So both the heat and cold belong to the Jodhatu. We have to the temperature. Okay, temperature here refer to both the heat and cold. Since the materialities are comparatively slow in seizing. Okay, so after rising moment, it takes 15 moments. So after that, at the 17th moment, materialities died. Okay, we can simply say died or ceased. So that's why we can say that materialities are comparatively slow in ceasing, and the cessation, it takes a time. That's why it remains for a long period of time during the existing moment, that is 15-minute moment. So they are strongest during the existing moment. That's why temperature, that temperature is temperature produce, okay, temperature born matters only when it reaches to the existing moment. So that and that case also, so one temperature produce one materiality. Okay, so we have to remember that one temperature produce one materiality. Udubon matters. So maybe at the life temperature is just 70 moment.
Sorry,
Okay,
Sayadaw.
11.
Sorry,
So that
Sayadaw.
is
Hello, Sayadaw.
yeah.
You said one
Can you
temperature.
hear me?
The connection is not so good. So you said one temperature
One
produces.
temperature produce one materiality. Okay, one temperature produce one materiality. Okay, so the lifespan of a one temperature is what the 70 moment. Okay, within 70, so these 70 moments are collectively called one temperature. Okay, that one temperature produce one Udu-born matter. Okay, in this way, so we may understand. So in this regard, so Digajo explained that so Bachajadadi, Digajo has another different idea. Okay, because regarding the why the materiality or temperature produce another materiality during the existing moment. Why? So regarding that point, Tigajo Sayadaw has a different idea. Okay, his idea is that because they get the support of the Pachajada Pachaya and Ahara Pachaya, etc. So during the existing moment, they get the support from the support of the nutriment. Okay, Ahara Pachaya or another Pachajada Pachaya, Sahajada Pachaya, etc. That's why, because they get the support from other things during the existing moment, that's why temperature produce another materiality during the existing moment. So that is Digajo's Sayadaw's idea. So, but regarding that, so most of the scholars don't agree with him. Okay, don't agree because they point out that when we attain the Nirodha Samabhati, attainment of a cessation, that is for the Anagami and Arahant, when they enter into the attainment of a cessation, at that time, okay, there is no support of the Pachajata Pachaya or Ahara Pachaya and so on. So, but even during the Nirodha Samabhati, so the Udu temperature produces materiality. Okay, so that is one point they point out. And also, when we see there is one existence that is called asanya satta existence. So that is how to say no perception. It means only form, materiality alone are there in that existence. Beings who are born in that existence, like a log, okay, like a log. So they have a no mentality. Even though you go and touch, they cannot feel, they cannot know. They have a no perception at all. So in that asanya existence, there is no support of any nutriment or any ahara pachaya or pachajata or sajata pachaya. But still, because of the udu temperature is still there, then their physical body remains for maybe 500 eons and so on. So that is also another point. Other these scholars don't agree with the Tigajo. So external temperatures does not get the support from the Pachajata, Pachaya, okay, external temperature. So at that time, they don't get any support from the Pachajata, by means of the Pachajata or any other Pachaya. But they still produce a Rupa. So during the Nirodha Samabhati and also, so when we are born in the Asanya Saddha existence, so they don't get any support of any other Pachaya. So, but the Udu, at the arising moment, they produce Udubon matters. So, therefore, it should be noted that getting support of the Pachajata or Ahara Pachaya, etc., not the decisive factors, okay, not a very important factors for the temperature to produce materiality during the existing moment. So, what we have to take note is that the materiality, because of the nature of the materiality, is they are strong at the existing moment. Because during the existing moment, they last for a long time, for the 15th sub moment. That's why they are able to support, okay, and they're able to produce another rupa in that moment, okay. So this is also this is one point that we have to take note. And then another point, we have to understand that ajata internal within our physical body, baheda external, okay. The yatharaham is accordingly. So we have so we can also understand that ajata udu and baheda udu, okay. Ajata udu means temperature within ourselves, okay. So within ourselves, within our body also there is a temperature, okay. So then this temperature within our body produce another rupa within our body, okay. And also temperature outside our body also produce. So suppose when we live in a summer, during the summer season, we feel very hot, okay. That is why outside temperature is very hot. So at that time we feel very hot. So we have a contact, okay, very close contact with the outside temperature. Then it is affected, okay, affected to our internal temperature, okay. So in this way, Baheda external temperature also produce materiality within our physical body. So as I explained you just now, the outside temperature produce outside materiality. So like trees and plants during the summer season, winter season, and so on. So they also change. So it means that the outside temperature produce outside materiality. Okay. So among the four Uduja Kalapa, we have a four Uduja Kalapa. So maybe that one we will study later. Four Uduja Kalapa. Group of the Udubon matters are there. There are four groups. Among these four groups, only two Kalapas are available for the external temperature. External. So that is purely what inseparable matters, pure inseparable matters. They are produced by the Udu. Okay, pure temperature. Because of the heat, suppose you have a mobile. Okay, mobile. That mobile, if you put under the sunshine, okay, there may, because of the heat, okay, there may arise another what Udubon matter. So that Udubon matter is called eight inseparable matters. Then another one is another Udubon matter group of the Udubon materiality is called Sadhanawaka. The sound plus eight inseparable matters. Okay, eight inseparable matter plus the sound. So like a what? Like a leaves during the summer season. Okay, the leaves become wither and very dry, and also when they are in the summer season, because weather is so hot, that's why the leaf become make a little bit sound. Okay, because of so hot. So because they are very dry with the when they broke into pieces
Sorry,
or when
Sayadaw.
they are tiny to be
Sorry,
twisted.
Sayadaw.
So yeah,
Hello,
can you?
Sayadaw. You said the leaves.
Yeah,
The leaves are dry, and after that,
yeah. Mm. Yeah, during
you
the
said the
summer
leaves.
season. Yeah, the example I told you is about the Saddha Nawaka Kalapa. Saddha Nawaka Kalapa is Saddha plus sound plus eight inseparable matters. So we can it is obvious in the simile of the leaves during the summer season. Okay, summer season. In the summer season, the leaves are getting drier and drier, and then some are twisted, and then some are broken into pieces. At the time, when they broke into pieces or when they twisted, when they are twisted, then what happens? They make a sound. Okay, the sound plus eight inseparable matters altogether, or nine matters form a group. So that is called what the Sadhanawaka Kalapa. Okay, that is produced by the Udu temperature. Okay, so these two group of the temperature born materialities are available only for the external, as well. So for the external materiality, there can be two Udubon Kalapas. So Ajada Udu temperature is okay. So Udu Samodhana Egama Buddha. In the Patthana, there we have Udu Samodhana Egama Mahabhuddham Pateja Tayo Mahabhuddha. So it is about the within ourselves. Okay, within ourselves, we have a four great element. Okay, so earth, fire, water, and then wind. Okay, these four elements are there. So these four elements are also sometimes produce some of these 4 elements are produced by the Udu temperature. So then among these 4 great elements also, 1 great element support another 3 great elements to remain, to exist, and also 3 elements support another 1 element to arise. Okay, so depending, they are mutually depending on one another and also producing. So one Udubon matters produce another Udubon matters as well. So also Mahabhude Padeja Upada Rupam, depending on these Mahabhuda, Udubon Mahabhuda, 4 great element, they again rise what Upada Rupas. Okay, suppose you can see during the summer season, if you go out, okay, if you go out under the very hot sunshine, then what happened? So our eyes become blurred, okay, so we cannot see things very clearly. Why? At that time, what we can understand from the Abhidhamma perspective is that so Udu produce 4 great elements. Okay. At that time, these 4 great elements produced by the Udu, okay, temperature, also again produce another materiality that is in our eye. Eye sensitivity become a blur or not clear vision we get. So in this way, so how this temperature produce materiality within ourselves, okay? So among the groups, so Bhattana also mentioned. So regarding the external temperature produce external rupa, okay? So there is a one discourse in the Anguttara Nikaya, Panchaka Nibbāda. So Panchaka Nibbāda means a group of 5. Group of 5 items are explained by the Buddha in such a session. So there is a one sutta. That sutta name is Vassa Sutta. Vassa means rain. Okay, so rain. So there the Buddha explained 5 obstacles to the rain. Okay, there are 5 obstacles to the rain. So number 1 obstacle is Tejo Dhatu. Okay, Tejo Dhatu. When the heat is not in a balance or exceedingly very hot, or sometimes the heat temperature is not in the required level, so at that time there will be no rain, okay, because so dry. Sometimes no heat, no enough heat. That's why there will be no rain. So the Buddha explained one obstacle to the rain, that is Tejo Dhatu. So it is not in balance, sometimes exceeding than the other elements, sometimes very lower than the other elements. Other time, there will be no rain. So it is obvious that so Tejo Dhatu, so the balance, okay, the Tejo Dhatu, if the Tejo Dhatu is in the right balance, then there is a rain. So because of Tejo Dhatu, and we can understand that rain happen. Okay, and also sometimes even though Tejo Dhatu is okay, but Vayo Dhatu is not okay. The wind is not okay. There is no enough wind. So then, so as you understand that the moisture in the river, in the oceans, okay, so that moisture should be brought to the sky. Okay, so through the what? Through the wind. When there is not enough wind, there will be also no rain. Okay, so that's why Vayo Dhatu, so one element, so produced by the Udu, okay, so Udu born, okay, they are also a kind of what, a cause, a kind of obstacle to the rain. So there, the Buddha continued to say in that sutta, another obstacle to the rain is, so it is a kind of mystical one, because we have one of the, uh, under the, under the Jadu Maharajiga, okay, the first celestial abode, there is one celestial abode, okay. That abode also belong to Jadu Maharajiga, but they are lower in terms of the power, in terms of rank. They are called Asura. Asura. They are not brave enough, like Jadu Maharajiga Devas. So, Dawarinsa Devas. Okay. So that's why this Asura, the king of Asura is called Asurainda. Okay, Asura Ainda. He is the king of Asura. Sometimes that Asura, so uh, uh, trying to keep the water, so the clouds in his hand. So he is so huge. That's why sometimes we can see that even the moon, the sun, okay, Asurinda, he trying to hold the sun, the moon in his hand. So other time we cannot see the sunlight, we cannot see the sun, we cannot see the moon. So I think we call moon clip or sun clip like that, eclipse. So also that Asurinda can sometimes be an obstacle to the rain. So he can prevent not to rain. And also another thing is the king. So if the king don't, don't follow the rules and regulations, so when the king is not dutiful to his subjects, to his people, at that time also no rain. So also when when the people, so like ordinary people, if we don't keep a dhamma, if we don't live a righteous life, also there can be there can be no rain. It means a drought. Okay, in that sutta, Vasa Sutta, the Buddha explained the 5 obstacles to the rain. The point that why I pick up this sutta is that in that sutta, the Buddha explained that so Hutu, okay, Dejo Dhatu can be an obstacle to the rain. It means the Dejo Dhatu, if only when Dejo Dhatu is in the right balance, so then there can be rain. When there is, when Dejo Dhatu is out, out, out of control, out of balance, then at the time that Dejo Dhatu cannot produce, cannot produce rain means, so it also producing, it also giving effect to the rains. So with that sutta, we can clearly understand that is external temperature also produce external materialities. So regarding the internal temperature, internal udu, I don't know whether you can understand how, okay, our body generate the heat, or how the heat happen within our body. Okay, so if we study our bodies, our body is made up of the many cells are there within our body. So when the cells, okay, every cell produces a heat, okay, because when the energy is burned up, the cell produces heat. So every moment, old cells are dying out and new cells are appearing because of the what? Because of the temperature, because of the heat, okay, bodily heat. So the heat also happens within our body because the uh, friction is there within our body. Friction means, so when the blood flow through the blood vessels, okay, throughout our body, so they crush one another, then there arises a heat. So also in this way there is a heat, and then because of the heat, old cells are dying out and new cells are produced. Okay, so every moment, every second, uh, the heat is producing, internal heat is producing materiality. And the scientific also, so when they study how does the body generate the heat and how the heat generates our cells or metabolism in our body. So they also have a very quite a similar idea with the Buddhist Abhidhamma. So what do they mention is that there are some part of the body that mostly produce a heat. That is our brain, our heart. Okay, our brain or our heart also there. They mostly produce the heat, generate the heat. So also when we work so hard, so some people they work so hard, the physically they work so hard. Sometimes for us also we may make an exercise. We do exercise. So even walking exercise, we walk strongly and also with a long strike. Okay, we walk. Other time, so because of our physical activities, okay, physical activities are so hard, then other time what happens? The heat arises, okay, it produces the heat. Then that because of the heat, what happens? We sweat come out and so on. So in this way, in our physical activities are also producing the heat. And then that heat also again produce another materiality within ourselves. Okay, and also not only physical activities. Sometimes we think so much, so deeply. Okay, we trying to consider for some things so deeply, and also we trying to study hard. Other time also our brain work is so hard. So even though our body is not moving, but the mind is moving, working so hard. Okay, so in this way, what happened to us is that the heat is produced. So and I think you ever heard that. So some people they said, so if we compare two people, one work uh, uh, physically so hard, okay, so another person work mentally so hard, okay. So if we compare these two persons, then they said that those who study so hard, okay, that is mental work. So they how to say, they produce more heat than the person who do a physical work, physical job. Okay, so whatever heat, so we also produce a heat. Okay, and also that heat we produce also again produce another rupa, another materiality within our physical body. So and also one other point, external temperature produce internal materiality. So regarding when they study about the high blood pressure. So those who have who are suffering from the high blood pressure, so high blood pressures tend to be higher in the cool weather due to the constriction of blood vessels at the body attempts to retain heat. Suppose if you live, okay, in a very cool weather, okay, at that time our body needs to retain heat, more heat. So if we have a more heat, then the blood pressure getting higher and higher. So generally, not for, maybe it may not be for everyone. So the opposite is the truth in warm weather. So if we live under the warm weather, then the blood pressure is found to be typically lower. Okay, because the temperature outside is warm. That's why we don't need to, our physical body don't need to retain so much heat. So the more heat we keep in our body, then the blood pressure will be higher. Okay. So in this regard also, we can understand that in external temperature has a big effect on our internal materiality. External temperature Udu produce Udu-borne matters internally as well. Okay. So that point also we can understand. So that is something about the Udu produce materiality internally, externally, according to the conditions. But whenever Udu produce, temperature produce materiality, so they can produce only at the existing moment. Okay, Tite Padowa, only with the wa ewa, it prevent not in the arising moment, not in the ceasing moment, but only in the existing moment. So I think today we come to understand the Buddhist Buddha Abhidhamma regarding how temperature produce materiality within ourselves. So in that case also we have to understand that internal temperature and the external temperature. So there are two types of temperature. So both of them can produce internal materiality, okay, within ourselves. So also internal, mostly external temperatures produce external materiality. Okay, external temperature produce external materiality. So that's why we come to understand. So next paragraph is that is in this paragraph number 35. That is what paragraph number 35 is Rupa to Rupa. Okay, materiality to materiality. Materiality produce materiality. Okay, so previous two is mentality produce materiality. Okay, now we go to another one, the last cause for the materiality to arise. That is what? Paragraph number 36, they are mentioned Oja Sankhato Aharo. Ahara Samudhana Rupam Ajoharana Gali Thanabadova Samudhabedi. So that is here, you can see Ahara, nutriment. Ahara. Ahara, if we translate it grammatically, ahara is something that bring about or that produce another thing. Okay, ahara is something that produce another thing to arise. Okay, that they go ahara. So regarding the ahara, in many discourses the Buddha explained there are 4 kinds of ahara, 4 kinds of so we can also say the causes. Ahara is the cause. Because of that cause, there is a result. Okay, that is a grammatical meaning. So here I will explain a little bit about the 4 kinds of ahara. So number 1 ahara is so Gavaligara ahara. That is what the food, whatever food we partake, we eat. So from that food, so we get a kind of essence, nutriment. So that nutriment is the cause for the ahara born, nutriment born matters to arise. Okay, so that's why that nutriment can be regarded as ahara. Okay, as the cause, because that ahara produce, that nutriment produce another ahara born matters, nutriment born matters. So another one is a fasa ahara, contact as nutriment. So contact is also a cause. So suppose we have a contact, so we try to touch our body with the fire, with the heat, then what do we feel? So in the winter season, suppose if we need to use a heater, okay, at that time we feel comfortable because of the heat, okay. So the heat come into contact with our physical body. At that time we have a pleasant feeling. So it means that contact produce feeling. Okay, contact produce a feeling. That's why contact is the cause of the feeling. So in the Parijjasamuppada also they are mentioned causal relationship. So they have mentioned what phassa pacchaya vedana. Because of phassa contact there arises vedana. Okay, so that's why phassa contact is also called as ahara, because it produces a vedana. Not only pleasant feeling, painful feeling. So in the winter, summer season, if we use a heater, we feel very painful. Okay, so because of contact with the uh, heat, then there is an unpleasant feeling arises. Sometimes, so we don't, we that even though we encounter with another thing, or we have a contact with something, we don't, we feel only neutral. We don't feel neither suffering nor pleasant. We don't feel no pain, no pleasure. At that time, what we have is a neutral feeling arises. Okay. In this way, phassa contact produce what feelings. That's why phassa is also called as ahara. Mano sanjitana. Then next one is a mano sanjitana ahara. That is what jitana, volitional activity. The mind guided by the volition. Okay, because of the volition or intention, we do something good or we do something bad. So that is what mano sanjitana. So we can also simply say that is a karma. Okay, karma, the volitional action. Okay, volitional action also can be called as ahara, because action, because of the action, what is that? Sankhara bhajya vinyanam patisandhi ceta. It produces patisandhi. Okay, it produces a rebirth linking consciousness. So because of the karma, then there can be many beings are born in a different patisandhi. So as a lower patisandhi, higher patisandhi, and highest patisandhi, and so on. So that's why, so karma is manosanjitana is also called as ahara. And then the last one is a vinyanahara, consciousness. Consciousness is also called as a ahara, nutriment. or the cause for what? Because consciousness, Patisandhi, whenever Patisandhi consciousness arises in one of the existence, it is the cause for the mentality and materiality to arise. That's why in the Patija Samubhara they are mentioned what the Vijnana Pacaya Nama Rupa. Because of the Vijnana, Nama and Rupa arises. So that's why the Vijnana consciousness is also called Ahara. So there we can understand that there are four kinds of Ahara. Number one is the nutriment we get from the food. Okay. Number two is volition and action. Number three is contact. Okay, fasa. Number four is vijnana, patisandhi consciousness, rebirth linking consciousness. Okay, so among these four kinds of ahara, nutriment, here in the paragraph number 36, what we need is only food as a nutriment, or nutriment we get from the food, or by partaking food, or by chewing, by swallowing. Okay, there we get a nutriment. Okay, that nutriment alone is here applied in this context. Okay, that's why not to confuse with the another ahara. The here in the Abhidhamma Sangha they have explained that oja sankhado. Okay, what oja sankhado is provided. Oja sankhado here oja means essence or nutriment. So nutriment we eat, we choose something, we eat something, then from that we get, okay, we get some of the nutriment. So that sort of a nutriment is the cause for the ahara born matters to arise. So it means the nutriment produce ahara born matters. When ajoharana kali, Ajorana means by the time, starting from the time of the swallowing. Okay. So even though it is also we have to take note as a figurative speech. So not because it is explained that not because of swallowing only. So once we put a kind of food or snack or whatever into our mouth and then put onto our tongue, okay, then it start to spread. Okay, it start to spread to the tongue. The essence of the food start to spread to the tongue. Okay, to the do our skins as well. So also sometimes we apply. Okay, sometimes we feel pain on our hand or something like that. We apply a balm on our physical body. At that time also, so there is a nutriment. That nutriment is
Sorry, Sayadaw.
okay. So even though
Sorry, Sayadaw.
hello, yes,
You see, there is nutriment
can you
and
hear?
after.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, Sayadaw. Hello, Sayadaw.
Can you
Yeah,
say
you see,
again?
there is nutriment. So you said there is
Yes, I
nutriment
hear
and
you
after.
now.
Hello. 这个
That is a
是
nutriment. Suppose when we apply a medicine on our body, okay, so sometimes on our skin, so the skin also absorb the nutriment from there. Okay, so when we apply a bada or whatever on our skin, so the skin absorb the nutriment. Okay, not only when we swallow the food. Okay, so the point I like to explain here is here the Abhidhamma Sangha explain just the point ajorana gali, that is figuratively saying Now, not only at the by the time of the swallowing, but when we apply a kind of a food on the skin, so also the skin absorb. Okay, the skin absorb the nutriment from there. Then that nutriment can produce another materiality in our body. So also sometimes we put food onto our mouth and then swallow and then digest. Okay, in our within our stomach. Then after that there is essence we get. Okay, that essence will be sent throughout the body. Okay, to the every part of the body. So at that time also it produce ahara, nutriment produce materiality within ourselves. Okay, so that point thana badowa samudha bedi. So as you see, nutriment here also materiality. Okay, so as a nature of materiality, it can produce another materiality only at the existing moment. Okay, not in the arising moment, not in the ceasing moment. Okay, so that is something about the how nutriment produce materiality and within our body. Okay. So today, I think time is up. So we will talk about the that thing, ahara produce materiality during the existing moment. So in the next week, we will continue a little bit about on that point. So with this, we'll conclude for today. Thank you.
Sorry, Sayadaw.
Yeah.
Before you stop, may I ask a question? So there's one student ask a question.
Yeah.
Regarding the Manodwara Vajana.
Mm-hmm.
So when the Manodwara Vajana will produce the two vinyadi.
Manodwara Vajana, mind or
adverting consciousness when produce the two vinyadis.
Manodara Vajana is there are in the Manodara Vajana there are two functions. Okay, one is the how to say the one of the function when it was in the phyto thought process, Panchadwara Viti is served. Is a function is a mind or adverting, just advert the object to the no, when it work in the Manodara Viti. So sorry, I will say it again. So Manodara Vajana has a two function. One function is a mind or adverting. So another function is a decision making. Okay, decision making. So decide. Whatever it is decide. Okay, so when Manodara Vajana is working in the five-door thought process, it work as a deciding. Okay, it work as a deciding. It trying to decide. Okay, so in the five-door thought process, we have a so Adi Mahanda, Mahanda, Breda, Adi Breda, like that. Okay, we have a so very strong object, maybe a strong object, weak object, and very weak object, and like that. Other than so the thought process also become a Vidiceda getting shorter and shorter. Okay, so more Bhavanga Cheta happened. So in one of these thought process, so the thought process happened, but it is only with the Vatapana. So in that case, Vatapana produce intimation. Okay, Vatapana produce intimation. Because after Vatapana, there may be no Javana, only Vatapana like that. Okay. So
sorry, Sayadaw, you say after the Vatapana, and there is no
no
other
Javana.
Jeta?
No Javana. arises. So Vatapana play the very important role, okay, in that the thought process. So maybe it is, even though it is a weak, but it is still remain as a thought process. Whenever the process is there, then there is a what? It produces materialities. So here, in this context, it produce intimation. Okay, intimation. So I think that will be clear when we study witty chapter, thought process. Okay, so there you will see some of the thought process ends with the what happened. After that, it is followed by the bhavanga like that, life continuance. So
Okay, so Sayadaw, you said the Manodara Vajana plays two functions, right?
yeah, another function is manodara vajana, only mind or body. So in the mind or when it work in the mind or okay, it serves. Its function is a manodara vajana, mind or body consciousness. It just trying to uh, advert, trying to transfer the object to the javana. Okay, whether it should be kusala javana or akusala javana or kiriya javana like that. So it trying to what give it direct. Okay, trying to direct the chant to the to become a kusala, to become akusala, to become a fashion. Okay, so in this, so at that time, Manodara Vajana work as a mind or advati consciousness.
Okay, thank you so much, Sayadaw.
Yes. Okay, so with this we'll conclude for today. So Buddha Sasanam Jiran Data Do, Buddha Sasanam Jiran Data Do, Buddha Sasanam Jiran Data Do. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.